our third speaker is Eva Berry. Competent communicator, competent leader. Competent communicator, competent leader. Eva Berry.
In a great nation, America, the nightmare of martial law is unthinkable. But I fear if we take our freedom for granted, it will. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guest, in our beautiful land of spacious skies and purple mountains, we sometimes take our freedom for granted. Human rights are such a very precious commodity. Isn't that why our founding fathers put them right in the Declaration of Independence? Life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, these are our unalienable rights. And I hope the story I'm about to tell will help you remember this. When I was a young woman attending a university in the Philippines, there was one night I will never forget. September 21st, 1972. It had been raining almost every day for a month. A steady drizzle that had turned all the grass on campus into mud. Suddenly, in the middle of the night, my roommates and I were awakened by blaring sirens and a thunderous roar. A booming rat-a-tat of helicopters hovering above our dormitory, like giant insects. I glanced at the clock, 2:45 a.m. Seconds later, several men were pounding on our door until it flew open, slamming against the wall. 4 heavily armed soldiers burst in, their M16 rifles pointed right at us. They shouted for us to leave our room while they rummaged our beds, our closets, and personal belongings. We were so frightened. We had no idea what they wanted. They forced us down the hallway, poking, prodding us with their guns. The corridors were lined with our fellow schoolmates, several on their knees, grimacing, bruised on their faces. A large, swarthy officer walked back and forth, brandishing his Uzi pistol in our faces. Then, the soldiers who rummaged the rooms appeared, carrying books and pamphlets. The officer flipped through them, then announced, "Subversion! You are radical communist bastards who infiltrated our university," he said, slapping us across our faces with the documents in his hands. Then, he started calling out names. Ramos, Arellano, Lopez, whoever's name was called was brusquely herded out of the dormitory. And as quickly as they arrived, the helicopters vanished in the misty rain. But now, a lot of my classmates were gone. And this was the last I ever saw any of them. This was the day Ferdinand Marcos President of the Republic of the Philippines signed Proclamation 1081, placing the entire nation under martial law. Habeas corpus was suspended. My classmates were charged with sedition and rebellion, convicted without trials. Classes at the university were suspended while his army rounded up other students. Disappearances became common. Civilian courts were stripped of all power and replaced by military tribunals who punished all detainees. Marcos assumed absolute legislative power. The national anthem was even replaced with a new one, glorifying the president who now made himself dictator. Marcos was revered as our father, our nation's savior. Why? Because he said so. And to this day, I sometimes have nightmares about my friends, my classmates, my sorority sisters who disappeared that rainy night. My country lived under Marcos' fearful state of martial law for 14 more years, all under the pretense of safeguarding our national security. Fellow Toastmasters, let us always remember our founding fathers fought for our freedom. Let us never forget. Let us never take our freedom for granted now. Let us always remember the living nightmare, martial law. Mr. Toast.